Okay, today I am in Chapter 5 of the SolidWorks Basic Tools, and I'm going to take on this wheel, this guy right here. So this is drawn in inches, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set up our units so that we're working in the right units, and we'll go ahead and get started. Now, this is going to use the revolve command, and this part happens to be symmetrical. So really, we only need to draw a small portion of this and then revolve it. So we could draw this whole top right here. We don't need to draw this. And then we're going to need to put our holes in over here later on. But because it's symmetrical, I'm going to just draw half of it and then mirror it over and then revolve it and then throw the holes in. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Alright, starting on the front plane with a sketch, I'm going to make two center lines and I'm going to incorporate the origin. Okay. Now, there's a hole in the middle of this, so I'm going to start above the origin because this is going to be my axis of rotation. I could do dynamic mirror, but I'm going to keep it simple. Just start right here, come out, horizontal line, come up, my diagonal line, come up, come back out. Oops, I missed a line there. I can go back and fill that in. Don't need the arc command yet, so I'm going to go back and grab my line command. Now I need the arc command. Come up and over, down, and back over to my center line. Now I forgot a line down here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Alright, so I've got my basic shape. I now need to put some dimensions in here. So let's get started with that. Remind folks that when you have a center line, if you put a dimension in, you can incorporate that center line and include some diameters. Okay, I got the drawing here, so we've got 6.9 and 7.75. So let's go ahead and put those in. Center line, go below the center line, 6.9. Again, center line. Make sure you get the little orange dot. Excuse me. Alright, and this one is 7.75. Got things moving around a little funny here, but that'll straighten out in a minute. Alright, so let's go ahead and add in some additional dimensions. So it's 2.5 wide. So again, we have a center line here. I'm going to go to this guy. I'm going to go to the outside and make it 2.5. Make sure you're in that position. Let's fix this guy. This hole is again a diameter, so I'm going to go below the center line. And that one is 1.25. This is 1/4 inch. Oop. Distance from this point to this point is 2.256, kind of an odd number. This is 1/4 inch. These lines need to be collinear, so I'm going to jump out of the dimension tool. Oops, I accidentally clicked that point. These are collinear. Straightens that out. I need a dimension on this guy, so from here to here, here to here, we got to go on the other side is 0.75, and then we need an angle of 15 degrees, so I'm going to select these two and do the same thing down here. Alright, so hit escape. What's missing? Just connect this 2 to that. And in doing that, I'm now fully defined. So I got half of this. So now I just want to mirror this over to the other half. So I'm going to go to mirror, oops, not move, mirror entities. Select all of these items, and I can do it by holding the control button. Could also make a selection box. Select my mirror line. I'm okay. Still fully defined. So now I'm going to go to Features, Revolve. Axis of revolution is going to be this one. And you can see I've got my wheel. We now need to put some holes in it. So if we take a look at our drawing, whoops, let me zoom out a little bit. We've got a bolt pattern on a 3.5 inch diameter of a 0.3 diameter hole of 5 holes. So we're going to throw a sketch on this surface. Going to look normal too. Again, I'm going to grab a center line, hit the origin. No, actually, I take that back. We want to do that bolt pattern. So I'm going to grab a circle, click the origin, come out. I'm going to make that 4 constructions, so we've got a dotted line here now. The diameter on that bolt circle was 3.5. Now if I take my circle and select right in the 12 o'clock position, notice I get this little orange dot. The diameter of this guy was 0.3. Now normally I've told you that every hole has to have 3 dimensions for its size and location. In this case, we're giving it 2 dimensions, but we're giving it a geometric relationship. So this hole is at the 12 o'clock position on this circle which has been defined. So we're fully defined here. We can exit our sketch, do a cut, and do a through all. Hit OK. We've got our hole. And then we can go up. While it's selected, I'm going to go to circular pattern. I want 5 of them. So I put in a 5. I want equal spacing, 360 degrees. Now when I select a direction, I can select any one of these circular features because they're all concentric. So I can select one of these guys, fills in my bolt pattern, and I'm good. So what's left on this is the fillets, and the fillets are everywhere. So it says 0.1 typical. All of these edges in here, 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 and here are rounded. And you can kind of see that with these double lines that exist all the way around here. So how do we put the fillets in? We're going to grab our fillet command. 0.1 is our value right here. And I'm going to select this edge and this edge. I'm going to select this face because all of these are rounded. I'm going to select this edge, flip it over, and do the same thing. I've got to select this guy, this face, and this one down in here. Getting a little tricky to see. I also need to select these 2 inside here. And I can do that at once by just selecting this surface, and it's going to do both of those. You can see that it selected both inner edges. I didn't select the surface here because it would have put a fillet on the holes. Now what I could have done is move the holes below and then added the feature ahead of time. Hit OK, and we're done.